say they young, but we ain't never heard of you. These niggas say they young, but we ain't never heard of you.
What's going on, YouTube community? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, with the great performance from Kevin Durant and the OKC Thunder beating the Miami Heat last night in the big showcase game that everybody was focusing on, these two stars, are basically the best two players in the league. You got one player, LeBron James, who got championships, got MVPs. Clearly the best player in the NBA. People been, solidify him for that, at that title for a while now. And now KD, in my eyes, like I told you guys before, if I didn't tell you before, like I told my friends before, at some point, it's not just going to be LeBron James by itself. Just like for at one point, it was Larry and Magic, boom. And then Michael Jordan, class by itself. Then boom, what happens? Kobe Bryant come in, class by itself. Then LeBron James come in, class by itself. And now it's another guy in Kevin Durant that's actually basically in LeBron James' class and has the ability to go into his own class. It's a pattern, if you guys didn't notice this. But Kevin Durant, he's been on a hot streak. He's been shooting over 50%. He's been playing some great basketball. The team been winning. It's his 12 straight 30-plus games. Everything has improved in this guy. The defenses have improved and everything. And what a great showcase this man put on last night. But my whole point is, does this victory over the Miami Heat, I know it's still early, and his performance, do this solidify Kevin Durant as the NBA MVP? Or do we just have to see more in this regular season? See what happens when Westbrook come back, so on and so on. I told you guys before, I think Kevin Durant is the MVP. This was before the streak, because when Westbrook went out, this guy took over and he stepped up to another level. He's been shooting the ball well. He's been playing great basketball. He showed that he can compete with LeBron James. Because at the end of the day, none of these guys can shut each other down. LeBron James cannot shut Kevin Durant down. Kevin Durant cannot shut LeBron James down. Okay? They both get that they're both talented. But I always said, if I had to do it, I would take Kevin Durant's shooting ability and his length all day, every day, than athletic LeBron James. I'm sorry. And yes, people may say, oh, LeBron James, he's a floor general, blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, look, I always said this. It is not, this is the NBA. I should not have to make somebody else better on my fucking team. If I got to go in the gym and work hard and bust my ass, then you guys should be doing the same thing. End of the day, point blank, period. Okay? Because, I get tired of people kind of, they praise LeBron James. Oh, he's shooting 60-something% from the field. He's shooting 59% from the field. Well, like I said before, when your game is predicated pretty much to attacking the basket and dunking a lot, that's how you're going to shoot the ball that high of a percentage. And then you don't have to do, then he has shooters. He has other players on the teams, and he doesn't shoot the ball a lot. So, of course, he's going to have a higher shooting percentage. But anyway, as of right now, Kevin Durant is the MVP. I feel like he's going to keep it up, come the second half of the season. I'm not saying LeBron James is going to, shut down and just let KD get the MVP. Quite frankly, I don't even think LeBron James probably care about the MVP. He probably want another championship ring. But like I told people before, LeBron James has to do so much for his team right now. He has teammates who's not playing that great. The D-Wade, you don't know what you're going to get from him. LeBron James is, 29 years old. He has to rebound. He has to pass. He has to block shots. He has to defend. He has to do everything, and on top of that, still score. It is too much for this guys. And some of you idiots out there keep thinking this man is just a superhuman, as if this dude hasn't played a lot of basketball in his career. And just these stretch of these last 3 years, he's been playing the Olympics. He's been finals, just playing so much basketball. And then on top of that, he's been having shoulder problems, ankle problems, knee problems. This dude is like, we could, don't be surprised if LeBron James, not saying he's not going to be great these next couple of years, but not at that level that we saw him at one point. Because think about it. His defense is still good. And people kill me saying he's one of the best, he's the best defensive perimeter stopper, blase. Okay. I always say this. I'm sorry, man. If he's this great of a defender, not saying he's a great defender, but people make it seem like he shuts down everybody. How come he hasn't won Defensive Player of the Year? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. KD showed that he can't be stopped. He can't be stopped. It was people talking crap earlier on Twitter and stuff, on Facebook. My friends like, man, KD, he 2 for 5 right now. This team down, it's 22 to 14, 22 to 4 or something like that. They can't mess with the Miami Heat. Well, let me tell you something. And like I told people before, when you, as Kevin Durant was getting doubled, of course it's going to be tough. But one-on-one, nah. There's nothing you can do about this dude's length and his shooting ability. LeBron James had the time was in his face, and KD was still dropping buckets. I mean, he even not saying, you know, LeBron James had a great game also, but what happened? They lost. His team lost because the other players did not step up. I keep telling people, if Miami 3-point shots are not falling, this team is just they're beatable. They're beatable because for real, you have LeBron James, D Wade, Chris Bosh that can do the bulk load of the scoring. Chalmers, Coles, 3-point shooter. Ray Allen, 3-point shooter. Battier, 3-point shooter. Chris Anderson, nothing in my eyes. Rashard Lewis, 3-point shooter. Michael Beasley, if they play him more, he can do a lot. But if you really look at this team, they're beatable, okay? Even if you have a LeBron James. But like I tell people, LeBron James can't do it all by himself. He can't. But KD, in my eyes, I don't care. He has the MVP right now. Now, we can debate back and forth who's better, KD, LeBron James. Well, that can go on and on. But I would take Kevin Durant's ability over LeBron James because Kevin Durant can actually shoot the ball better. He can last longer in the league. Better free throw shooter. And he can possibly be a better rebounder and a shot blocker. But anyway, guys, tell me what you thought about the game. Do you guys think Kevin Durant is the MVP right now after his performance of last night's game? Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Check out my previous videos. Comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share. Deuces.
And remember, guys and girls, make sure you click the subscribe button, watch the previous videos, and like the videos.